Hello, I am Mac, at least for a day. This is my second chill exploration and discussion live stream. I know I said last time I was going to do one every... I know I said last time I was going to do one every day, but unexpectedly Waking Titan stuff happened on Friday instead of Saturday, so I was busy with that all day Friday. But now it's Saturday, and it seems like we're done with Waking Titan stuff until next Saturday, or whenever it ends up happening. They seem to change up the schedule sometimes to throw us off. Okay, I need to buy a... What is this about? It's normal mode, but I'm in the system where my creative mode base is, but I'm on normal mode. And I'm just going to explore on normal mode, and whoever wants to come on and ask questions or whatever, I'll discuss with them. Hi Sean Sky, thanks for watching. I just need a dynamic resonator so I can build a geobay for the vehicle. So like I said, I'm in my star system where my creative mode base is, but I'm on normal mode just because I know I have a really pretty planet for normal mode that I'd like to explore. There it is, pure imagination. I didn't hear that, Sean. I don't believe so. The subroutine said 100 targets had been chosen, but as far as I know, nobody has received any emails with Steam keys. So I don't think we know yet what that was all about. Oh, really? Cool. I just checked the eTARC community and they didn't say anything about it, but maybe none of them got any of them. Well, that's good to know. I think I just checked my email and I didn't see anything, so I probably didn't get one, but who knows? Maybe when I'm done with this live stream. Of course, I don't want a Steam key because I only have PlayStation. I don't have a PC. I can't afford to buy a gaming PC, so I really hope I didn't, but if I did get it, I will probably give it away to one of my Spacing Guild members, but I doubt that I won. I'm not that lucky usually. Well, I'm sorry you didn't get one either. So you have PC that would be able to play No Man's Sky if you got one? Flying over to where my base is on creative mode, because there's comm stations there. You have a Steam key you can't use anyway? Wait. So you won one last time? So you're saying you didn't win one again, meaning that you did win one last time? I would think they would probably keep track of who's won one and wouldn't let people win twice, but that's just a guess. So this is where my base is on normal mode. But of course, I can't see my creative mode base, but I can see all the comm stations that people put here. No, I got one with the Explorer Edition I bought. Oh. Wait, so the Explorer Edition gave you both a Steam key and a PS4 game? Okay, I need a Iridium and some Antrium for the vehicle bay. So were you just buying the Explorer Edition so you could get the other stuff, but you didn't want the Steam key? Oh. Did you ever get the ship? I heard that it took forever for them to get delivered. Hi, Pikachu. Thanks for watching. All these blue trees are going to make it hard to find Iridium. Yep, I know. Whoa, whoa, look at that freaky shape. That is really bizarre. How am I going to find Iridium in all this blue? Just got to look for metallic blue. Yep, I'm here as long as it's an appropriate question, preferably related to No Man's Sky or Waking Titan. Otherwise, I might ignore it, especially if it's inappropriate. Ah, come on. Where's the Iridium? I don't need aluminium, as the British say. Or nickel. There's Iridium, yay. Looks like there's caves nearby too to get the Antrium. Well, it's partly online. When people name stars, planets, animals, rocks, plants, the names they give them get uploaded to a server, and then when other people go to those same planets, they can see the names that you gave them. Also, they've added communication stations like the ones I was just at. All those communication stations over there are left here by other players, which I can read what they left. And also, if you build a base and you turn on base share, it's possible for someone else to come to your star system and see your base. So that is online interaction. It's not traditional multiplayer like some people thought we were going to have, but it is definitely online usage in the game. It's not just totally offline. No, not that. Let's see, I need just 200, I think. So I'm good now. Oh, that's a cute little mole creature. But we're having an update probably in August now. I was hoping that the update was going to be in July, but most recently in Waking Titan, there was a broadcast that said it was from the future in August of 2017. So people are thinking that that means the update will be in August of this year. So at least it's not later than August. But I'm off work all of July, so it's kind of a shame I don't have a new update to play. I don't really stick to a strict live streaming schedule because life happens and it really depends on my mood. So, yeah, I don't really have an exact schedule. I usually do in the afternoon or evening. Yet, like I said earlier when nobody was on here, that I was going to live stream Friday, but all of the Waking Titan madness happened on Friday, so I was too busy and too enthralled by that I didn't live stream on Friday. So, but if I live stream, it should be in the afternoon and evening. But if I'm really feeling like it in the morning, I might live stream in the morning too. So I'm not making any promises. I'm Central Standard Time in the US. So right now it is, 6:55, almost 7 p.m. for me. If you are in the UK, then it's probably really late where you are. Man, it's probably like midnight or later for you. It's gotta be later than midnight where you are. If Greenwich is in the UK, right? Or am I like totally dense and that's in IA? It is late. Yeah, I'm sure it's late in the UK. Or early if it's past midnight. Okay, I think I have everything to build the Nomad Fuel Bay. I just need a flat surface somewhere. There we go. Alrighty. So I've got this beautiful planet to explore now. Gonna get me some more Atlas words. I just figured I might as well collect all the Atlas words in case there's some point in having them in the next update. So it's just past midnight where you are, huh? Or actually it's almost 1 in the morning for you. Yep, that's pretty early. Oh, hi Jacob. Snapping turtle. Be careful, don't lose a finger. Yeah, you gotta be real careful about catching wild animals. They can be dangerous. And no, I do not advocate having the ability to catch animals in No Man's Sky. I think that would be kind of silly. Some people say they want like a zoo in their base or freighter where they can keep animals in cages or something. I don't think that would be all that interesting. I thought Attack on Titan was a anime. Did they make a game of it too, or was it always a game and I just didn't know it? Because I heard people talking about like Attack on Titan episode 1, meaning it was a TV show. But you're probably saying that they have a game also. But no, I haven't watched the anime or played any game Attack the Titan. But I'm thinking I might watch Attack on Titan on YouTube, since I saw it on YouTube. How's what been going? I've been catching them since a kid. You're supposed to grab them by their tail. How's it been going? It's been going well. Well, did you watch my new video about Waking Titan, Jacob? I just did a Waking Titan report number 3 this morning. I feel faint. Yeah, it's another one of these where I gotta wait it out. The hallucination fades. I have passed some sort of test. Yep, it's on the Howard Stern show next time. But I heard that Howard Stern isn't going to be live, it's just going to be a recording at that time, so it's not going to actually be on his show. It'll probably just be commercial during the commercials again, like the other broadcasts have been. Okay, onward. What do you think should not be added to the game? I used to think I didn't want multiplayer to be in the game, since I've kind of like the game solo, but as I've visited people's bases, founded the Spacing Guild, I'm starting to enjoy player interaction within the game as well, so I would be okay with multiplayer if they added it. I just don't think it's possible to have full massive multiplayer. They might have some kind of co-op, but I don't think it's going to be possible to have massive multiplayer for No Man's Sky. But what should not be added to the game? Well, one thing after the Pathfinder that I didn't want them to do was to keep concentrating on base building, because first they did base building and base building in freighters in Foundation, and then they kind of did more base building in the Pathfinder update when they did vehicles to build and just added more things to build at your base. And so I really didn't want the next update to be about base. I hate it when I kill stuff. I didn't want the next update to be about base building, and now it's definitely looking like it's not going to be about base building, at least for the most part. It looks like it's going to be about storyline and maybe combat and maybe exploring other dimensions or other times or something. I don't know. What is that Waking Titan you are talking about? Waking Titan is an alternate reality game. It's like a mystery game that you play on the internet, and it sometimes has real life events. Like today someone in London had to go meet up with like the secret agent in London and get a piece of paper that had the next clue on it. So alternate reality games are kind of on the internet, but they also involve things in real life that you have to interact with sometimes. Like there might be like a flash drive hidden somewhere and someone's got to go find it at the park or something, and then the flash drive will have the next clue. Or like today they meet up with a live person and get a clue from the live person and whatnot. Microtransactions shouldn't be added. Well, we may come to the point where they have to do microtransactions to stay in business, because right now the only income Hello Games has is people buying the game. And if eventually they get to the point where everybody who is going to like the game has bought the game, then they won't have any income anymore. So the only thing left to do would be to add some kind of microtransaction that the people owning the game currently can continue to buy a little bit to keep supporting the company so they can keep doing free updates or whatever. Because really I think it'll be a choice between either paid updates, which I know people don't want, or microtransactions. And I would prefer microtransactions as well, because microtransactions are always optional, or usually in most games. You don't have to buy a microtransaction in order to play the game. Like for instance, Minecraft, you can play Minecraft without skins for your character or different textures for the landscape. It just makes it more fun to have things look different. And essentially, No Man's Sky, you get infinite skins or infinite textures, because every planet you go to is a different texture pack, so to speak. You're all for paid DLC? Oh, pay to win. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't want them to make it so that you have to buy something in order to beat the game. And I definitely don't think they would ever do that. At most, I think they would just like make... Because when you could pre-order the game... One second, I'll be right back.
Cake.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, let me eat a piece.
Okay. Yeah, back when you could pre-order the game, you could get like the special edition ship in the game, and like a couple other blueprints that don't exist anymore, and whatnot. I wonder if I should do this. Oh no, I don't need a distress signal. So they could add those as microtransactions, make it so you could buy a special ship, or buy a special weapon upgrade, or special multi-tool, or special freighter, or skins for your ship, freighter, multi-tool, etc. That wouldn't be stuff that would prevent you from playing the game. It would just be to enhance the game a little bit. Yeah. And what I would also like is they just sold more merchandise, or just a dynamic theme for the game. I know people that got the special edition got a dynamic theme for their PlayStation. I would gladly pay for a No Man's Sky dynamic theme if they still had it on PlayStation Store. Or I know there's like No Man's Sky t-shirts you can buy. I don't know if those are actually made by Hello Games. I would think that they would get some of the proceeds from that. So I guess there's some No Man's Sky merchandise out there, but I'm not sure if it's exactly connected to No Man's Sky or what. Or connected to Hello Games, rather. I don't know if they... Because I think it would be copyright if people made a No Man's Sky shirt without, paying Hello Games for it. Age limit? No, there's no age limit for No Man's Sky or Waking Titan. The forums are really clean. eTark community is the forum for it, and it's cleaner than Reddit, that's for sure. Reddit is like 18 plus in my opinion, with all the cursing on it, and there isn't much cursing on the eTark community. Oh yeah, I am 8-bit. Unfortunately, I am 8-bit got a lot of flack because it took forever for them to get the ship models that people got when they pre-ordered. Yep. Whoa, thank you. I'll be right back. I'm back. My roommate brought me a piece of cake. So you might have to ask some of your questions again because the chat has gotten away from me. Boomsticks Joe says just making one for yourself is okay. New Math says freighters should be bigger and you should be able to drive them. Yeah, I think they are going to do driving freighters because something in the files in the Pathfinder update said external view. And so a lot of people think that that's third-person view for your normal ship. But I think it's more for freighters because people want third-person view for ships, but I don't think it would change very much. But if you were going to be inside a freighter and have combat, you would have to be able to see outside of it. Like you'd have to have an external view for your freighter and then have to target other freighters in order to launch missiles at it or something. Thanks, Pikachu. So yeah, I really think that they are probably going to do something more with freighters. Oh yeah, and freighter warp initiating was in the files as well, so that's probably a clue that we're going to be able to warp with our freighter and stuff. Jacob says, Mac, ever heard of a poppy seed cake? Well, yeah. Well, I've had poppy seed muffins. Yeah, probably. The question is, what would it add exactly? Would it just let you warp farther? Or what? Well, have a good afternoon. Thanks, Pikachu. Thanks for watching. Yeah, I noticed that. Bye. Oh, wow. This is a great cake. Yeah. But it seemed, because they've got a steering wheel, so it seems like maybe they always intended that you would. Just like how there's 9 landing pads in your freighter. And right after they added freighters, people were like, why can't we have multiple starships in the freighter? And it's pretty obvious they always intended to do that, because in the Pathfinder update they made it so that we can have multiple starships stored in your freighter. So you can tell just by the freighter design that they intended to have multiple starships that you could own. And also they have a steering wheel on the freighter that looks like if they added it, you could interact with it and drive your freighter that way. So by design, it does seem like they've always intended it. Just it takes time. They haven't gotten around to programming whatever mechanics it would take to drive the freighter. So, tiny floating tetrahedrons, yep. I did these ones recently on survival mode, so I definitely remember these. Let the tetrahedrons in. When do you think we will get more Waking Titan glyphs? I'm of the opinion that, because there's 15 glyphs, and there's 3 pages of them. So there's 5 glyphs on one page, 5 on the next, 5 on the next. And we've solved 1 page of glyphs. We've solved all 5. And this week they did not add another glyph to solve. So my theory is once we complete the hexagon, the triangles on the hexagon, there's going to be a new phase of Waking Titan, and there's going to be like a new page with some new interface shape. Instead of the hexagon, it'll be something else. And that's when we'll start on the glyphs. if I'm correct, and there is going to be a total of 3 phases to Waking Titan, and we're only in the first one, the question is, are we going to have to finish all of the phases before we get an update? Or are they going to give us an update, and the update to No Man's Sky will be a part of the future phases of No Man's Sky? That's the big question. So that is the very long answer to your question, when will we get more glyphs solved? My answer is, oh yeah, I gotta pick somewhere else to go. My answer is, I think it will be in the next phase of No Man's Sky, Waking Titan. Yep, but I really hope, well, we just got this clue that the update's probably going to be in August, so the most it could take is through one more phase of Waking Titan. Unless it was the very end of August, then I guess we could do another phase in July and another phase in August, but man, that's a lot of content to cram before the update. So I really think that an update's going to happen before Waking Titan is over, and playing the update in No Man's Sky is going to be a part of... Oh, that's the monolith I just came from. You can go to ruins instead. But I think it would be really cool if they... It would be really cool if they did make it so that we have to play No Man's Sky in order to continue the phases of Waking Titan. That would be really cool, for the game to be integrated into the alternate reality game. But we're pretty sure now that the next update's coming in August, because that's the 1-year anniversary of the game releasing, and that transmission that happened earlier today or last night basically said that, well, the transmission was from the future in August of 2017, so that's a pretty good indication that it's probably going to be in August, so we don't have too much longer to wait. Like I said, though, I wish it would have been July, but can't always have everything. And that's exactly what happened a year ago. No Man's Sky was originally going to release on June 2016, and then they pushed it back to August of 2016, and a lot of people got really upset and sent death threats to Hello Games and stuff like that. So it almost seems like they did the alternate reality game this time to try and keep us occupied so that we wouldn't send them death threats this time. Whoop. Whoa. Haha. That's some skillful driving there. This place is so pretty in the daytime. It's kind of ugly when it's all green at night. I should turn on a filter at night. Make it look different. Oh, what are other features that Hello Games always intended to put in? I don't know. Well, obviously, people think they always intended to put multiplayer in, but it's quite possible that the multiplayer Sean Murray was talking about was the ones I talked about that we have, where you upload discoveries that other people can see, you send them messages with communication stations, you visit their bases, and that would be the only... Because he said that the multiplayer would be similar to Journey, and while you do play simultaneously with other players in Journey, you don't communicate with them, they aren't an integral part of the game, you just kind of see them, and they're doing the same thing as you. And you can kind of help each other, but it's not required to have another player there in order to complete the game. So I don't know. I need fuel. Actually, I don't. I have way too much plutonium. I'm going to have to stop collecting it at some point. Just see those big chunks of cherry candy. I just have to get them. Yep, we'll have to wait and see what they have in store. A lot of people think that portals could be a way to get to a multiplayer server or something, but no indication that that's what portals are going to be for. That's just an idea people have. Yeah, I know. Hi, Blastoff. It's going to take me a while to get to these ruins. Especially when I'm trying to eat cake at the same time. It also would be nice if they made the center of the universe, or the center of the galaxy, do something better than just restart the game. Like, I wish they would have made it so that the center of the galaxy was, the center of the galaxy was an actual star system. Now it's just this soft, spongy cake with whipped cream icing. It would be nice if, the center of the galaxy was an actual star system that you could go to, and it has like a giant white hole in the center. That's what the bright light is. And then you can visit the planets, and the planets would have cool stuff on them. And then when you get tired of this amazing place in the center of the galaxy, then you could go into the white hole and travel to the next, galaxy, instead of just automatically spitting you into the next galaxy when you get to the center. Yeah, I think we're going to get a lot of changes too. I hope they add more, like, planet biomes. Some people said that the recent Superluminal stuff that happened had clues for stuff like shipbuilding and combat, but they could just be reading into the clues a little too much, because there was Battle of Hastings was a clue, and so people are thinking, oh, battle, that means we're getting a combat update. And then there was, what was it? Oh, the Royal Society of Science. And I forget what they said about that. What was it they said? Oh yeah, the Korean word. There was like a word in Korean that meant shipbuilding. So they figured that means we're going to get the ability to build our own ships or something. But the good thing about it is if they are dropping hints, they aren't promising anything. They could just say that we read into it too much. They didn't actually promise it. Yeah, I wish they would add gravity variation. That would be nice. Kind of makes no sense because we've got two types of heavenly bodies. Planets, which are all the same size, and then moons, which are all smaller. But the moons seem to have the exact same gravity, so they really should make it so that the moons have less gravity at least, so that we could jetpack higher and all that, less falling damage, whatever. Maybe. I don't know, it's a little hard to read into the glyphs too much. Ooh, what if they had an update right after the first phase, and we got the five features that are in the glyphs, and then we did another phase and we got another update with the next 5 features, which is the next 5 glyphs. Oh man, I probably shouldn't speculate too much. Do you get private message few days? Oh, I don't. Yeah, I don't check my private messages very much. You should probably put a message on videos and let me know that you sent me a private message, and then I'll check them. Because for some reason YouTube doesn't send me any kind of notification that I've gotten a private message. So yeah, it does tell me though when people comment on my videos, so you gotta let me know you've left a private message. But I'll check my private messages when I get done here. Yeah, that would be really cool if, okay, say we get finished with the current Waking Titan phase, we get an update, and then it's like, you know, 3 more months, and like right before, like the last month before the update, we get the next phase of Waking Titan, which gets us ready for the next update and the next group of features. That would be really cool if they kept Waking Titan going for another year, or at least another 6 months for the next 2 updates, which would basically, well, it would take us to the past the end of this year, or close to the end of this year, unless they shortened it and made it right before New Year's. What upgrades on your gun? Let's see. Oh, I don't have much. Okay, so I concentrated on getting to the Galactic Hub and starting the Spacing Guild, so I haven't collected hardly any upgrades, so I've got hardly anything. I just have the basic Blaze Javelin with no upgrades, the basic plasma launcher so that I can just blow holes in things if I need to, and then I've just got a few mining upgrades. So another reason I'm collecting nanites is so I can finally start buying some upgrades on this save file. Sorry, I'm not trying to get you hyped, but I am very excited about next week because it's the last website and the last triangle on the sigil, and it's Howard Stern's show that the broadcast is going to be on, so it's definitely going to be some very interesting information next week for Waking Titan. I'm sorry if I'm confusing people that don't know what I'm talking about in the ARG. Please watch my Waking Titan report videos, and also go to the link or go to my playlist called Waking Titan Videos, which is a collection of other people's videos about Waking Titan. So my channel definitely has all the tools you need to find out about Waking Titan. You can watch my videos about it, which aren't that great because I don't have as much editing capabilities, so I don't have much in the way of visual aid, but my playlist has Kyle Culver's videos, which he does an excellent job of showing everything and explaining everything in very easy to understand terms. I think that Hello Games will use ARGs much more. Well, the problem is, if they keep using ARGs, it kind of removes the mystery from it. Because this time it was all like, whoa, is this really Hello Games? What's going on? This is so mysterious. But next time, if they do another one next year, it'll be like, oh, they're doing another ARG. The only people that would be impressed are the people that weren't around for the first ARG. So it's like, oh, it's just another Hello Games ARG. It's just getting us ready for the update, whatever. You know. They'd probably have to do something different to keep things interesting. But it would be cool if they kept this ARG going for the next several months, and it was a part of the game where we had to do things in-game and also outside the game. Although some people I've suggested that to didn't like the idea. They were like, okay, just end the ARG and just give us an update. They don't want to have to do both. But I'm sure there would be the option to just play No Man's Sky update and not bother with the part that has to do with the ARG, but whatever. This is all just speculation on my part. I have no idea what they have planned, for sure. But there is that small little question of why do we still have 10 glyphs left? So it seems like we're not going to be done within a week. Seems like there's going to be something more after that. Well, we were just talking about that spunk jockey. We've got a pretty good indication that the next update will be in August, because there was a transmission as a part of Waking Titan today that said it was a transmission from August 2017. So, yeah, it's probably going to be in August, but you never know. Could be earlier. Bye, Moby. Thanks for watching. Goodness. Okay, 2 more minutes. We're almost there. From the future! I don't know if any of you watched Mystery Science Theater, but they did, they make fun of old corny movies, and sometimes they would do like old public service announcements or old commercials and stuff. And there's this one kind of long video of, it was like, I think it was like a car commercial, but I'm not sure. Yeah, it was a car commercial, but it was like this long drawn out thing, and it was like showing this woman what the future was going to be like, and it was like showing her this space age kitchen that she was going to have, but it was all just about cars for some reason. I don't know. It's confusing. Yeah, I don't know. But near the end of it, they were joking and making everything into the future. So they got into a car and they said, "It's the car of the future." And they started to drive on the highway and they said, "It's the highway of the future. Hey, look, it's the raccoon roadkill of the future." Yeah. Oh yeah, Mr. B Natural. Yep, I saw Mr. B Natural. That was pretty funny. I like the public service announcement that was teaching people how to be careful and not get married too quickly, and they said you got to make sure that you have the same religious beliefs, and they made the woman's voice say, "I worship Cthulhu." Prince of Space. I never saw that one. Hopefully they'll put it on YouTube soon. I used to watch the DVDs from the library, but even my DVD player is broken now, so I have to rely on YouTube to give me the old classics. You found a use for the huge exocraft? Let me guess. You store all your junk in it, like a moving van. That's what I do with my big exocraft. I just store stuff in it. How many times do I have to reiterate, your weapons have no effect on me? Yeah, that sounds good. Okay. I recently watched Manos Hands of Fate, finally. I tried for so long to find the DVD of Manos Hands of Fate, but luckily I found it on YouTube. It's supposed to be one of their most classic episodes. It was pretty good. I wasn't too impressed with it. Manos Hands of Fate was a very odd movie. It was made by this amateur guy, and really, in some ways, it's an artistic movie. It's bad, obviously, bad acting. It's got way too much driving at the beginning. It's just like 15 or 30 minutes of driving for the first part of the movie, and then they finally get to the plot. But in a way, it was kind of like an episode of The Twilight Zone or something. I don't know. But it had a lot of weird stuff in it. It's definitely an odd movie. Maybe that's why people like it so much, is because it's kind of artistic in a bad sort of way. My least favorite movie that Mystery Science Theater ever did was Hobgoblins. Hobgoblins was such a horrible movie. It was goofy. It was goofy in a way, but it was just so bad. I thought it was going to be like Gremlins. It wasn't at all like Gremlins. It was terrible. What did I feel? Well, honestly, I knew nothing about No Man's Sky when I bought it, other than it was a space game. And I had recently played another space game that I liked, but I got overdone with it quickly. And so I heard about No Man's Sky, and I figured I'd try it because I was in the mood for a space game. So I got it, and when I first started it, I was, at the beginning of the game where you have your crashed ship, and I was looking around, and I guess I was expecting it to be like, a world with invisible walls and, just a place that was handmade and, just like a regular game. But I was like, whoa, what? This is like a real world. You can go everywhere in any direction you want. You can just keep walking and it never ends. Like, what? How do they even do this? I was looking at the terrain. I was like, this doesn't look like something handmade. This looks like something that was like natural, like a natural world or something. I was like, what is this game? It's like, it was so surprising to me because I hadn't done any research. I didn't know it was procedurally generated. I didn't know anything about what it was. I didn't go into it with any expectations, and it just totally blew me away. I was like, what is this game? How did they make this? And of course, then I finally did research and found out it was procedurally generated, and the world just creates itself based on numbers as you go along. But wow, I could not believe it when I first started. It was like, this is like a real place. It's like the real world. If you just pick a direction and walk, you'll never stop until you go all the way around the planet. It really blew me away. And it was so peaceful on the first planet I went on. It was like, oh, wow. Even though it was a toxic planet and it was really barren. But I still have a screenshot of that first planet. And I'll always remember the name. Osariengloy was the first planet I ever went to. I'll never forget the name because it was my first planet. Yep. And yeah, when I played it, it was the quote-unquote first version, 1.0. Well, I think when I started, it was 1.06 after they've done some bug fixes. So obviously it wasn't the vanilla 1.0, which no one was ever meant to play because they patched it on the first day. But yeah, I played before Foundation, before they added base building or improved the colors and all that and changed the terrain shapes. And yeah, it was an awesome game. Obviously, I did get bored after a while, and I really, really wanted them to have an update, and they did have an update soon after my birthday. It was kind of a birthday gift almost. So my birthday's in November, and they had Foundation update at the end of November. Yeah, me too. I love No Man's Sky. It's kind of scary though because it seems to have kind of turned me off all other games. I play any other game, and if I can't do what I can do in No Man's Sky, I just don't like it. I don't know if it was... Although I think I was starting to get bored of most games before I got No Man's Sky, so it may have been like just the thing I needed. But I don't know. Yeah, that would be nice. That and portals. It would be nice if they would make those mysterious things do something. Yeah. I just bought Elite Dangerous and got turned off of it pretty quickly. It's just way too tedious. I mean, people think that the mining and grinding in this game is tedious. Try Elite Dangerous. To mine in Elite Dangerous, you shoot a mining laser at a asteroid, and a little bitty rock breaks off of it, and then you have to fly to that little bitty rock, find it out there in the blackness of space, and then slowly fly your ship towards it so that the rock slowly goes into the holding bay beneath your ship. And if you don't target it right, it just bounces off your ship and you miss it. It's like, oh my gosh, why did I spend half an hour getting one little piece of rock to get to go into my ship properly? Yeah. In my opinion, Elite Dangerous kind of sacrifices fun in the favor of being realistic. Obviously, there's science fiction stuff that's not realistic, but as far as having to, you know, very carefully aim yourself in order to get somewhere, it's kind of like how it is in space. Real space travel, like if you watch Apollo 13, where they had to aim themselves at the Earth properly, and if they got the angle just a little bit off, they would have flown off into another direction and never gotten back to Earth, or they would have burnt up in the atmosphere because they were at that wrong angle. It's like that in Elite Dangerous. You have the Supercrews on, you're trying to reach a planet, you have to turn the Supercrews off just as you're getting close enough to it, otherwise you'll just fly right past it. It's very tedious. Oh, hey Orbit TV. I didn't see you on here. Well, I would say that No Man's Sky is more science fantasy rather than science fiction. Kind of like how Star Wars is science fantasy and Star Trek is science fiction. I'm doing great. Yeah, I have to resist temptation to step into the past. Oh, that reminds me, I need to mention, I forgot something in my Waking Titan report. Probably the creepiest and coolest thing about the Superluminal website was there was this hidden message on the home page of Superluminal that says, let me see if I can find my notes. I wrote it down somewhere. It was really cool and really creepy. Darn, I didn't write it here. I swear, I'm like the guy from A Beautiful Mind with all these notes and stuff on No Man's Sky, all these numbers and words. I don't see it. Oh, there it is. I'm going to be writing on the wall when I run out of paper. Okay, so the hidden message at the bottom of Superluminal says, controlling information. Since beyond time we have consumed immense amounts of knowledge and have obtained untold power. We will come for your world as we have many others. Join our crusade. So it's a really creepy message on the... Whoa, what? Oh, I'm not in it yet. on the Superluminal website that I want to say it kind of reminds me of Cthulhu and the other old gods from H.P. Lovecraft, because that's basically what Cthulhu was. Cthulhu was a being from another galaxy that basically teleported to Earth in ancient times and just kind of takes over and controls everything that's going on. So it's kind of an old gods kind of message. Eldritch kind of message. Other people think it's like the Borg. Oops. Yeah, monolith. I'm not sure, Orbit. I guess I could call you Ryan if that's okay. Yeah, I don't know if it's the Atlas or not, or it could be. Personally, I think it's the humans that made the Atlas, or the beings that made the Atlas. We don't know for sure if it was humans that made the Atlas. Because it seems different than the Atlas we meet in the game, but the Atlas alludes to the fact that it was created by other beings, by jaded intellects, by other beings. So it sounds more like it's the beings that created the Atlas, and the Atlas's purpose is to create the universe and have the travelers explore the universe and gather knowledge. And that's basically what these beings are saying, is that they're hoarding or consuming knowledge and untold power. And it says we, it's plural. I don't think the Atlas would refer... Well, no, that's not true, because the Atlas does refer to itself as plural. It says, find us, hear us. So maybe it could be the Atlas. I forgot that the Atlas refers to itself in the plural sometimes. Bye, Blastoff. So yeah, it could be the Atlas, because there are different Atlas stations and they refer to themselves in the plural. So yeah, I don't know. But it just seemed so much more sinister than the Atlas. But, you know, it could just be the ARG people adding sort of a sinister side to the Atlas personality. Because the Atlas does want to obtain knowledge. It wants you to discover things and upload the discoveries to it. So it does seem like some kind of being that wants to consume all knowledge in the universe or whatever. Yeah, and Orbit TV does some pretty good videos on Waking Titan as well, so you should check out his channel. Hi, Dirty Boy. Whoops. Good. Thanks. I don't have like any visual aid. People complain about that a lot. That's why I refer people to other videos that use visual aid. Since I'm not on PC, I don't have as much editing capability. I can't like upload files from the internet to put into videos. I can only use like screenshots or videos that I've made of PlayStation games on my PlayStation. I can use, what's it called? I have some kind of video editing tool on PlayStation, but like I said, I can only use, well, I guess I could use screenshots of from my internet browser, but I couldn't use audio clips. You definitely can't download any audio clips on I really don't need that. You can't download any audio clips on PlayStation. You can only have YouTube and other things that they've approved to be on the system. Roamer is better for what? Because I can go way faster in the Nomad. It just doesn't have much inventory space. Oh, thanks. Yeah, me too. I really like how many No Man's Sky YouTubers are either coming back to the game or are starting to make videos about the game. Yep, well, it's speed that I want right now since I'm exploring. I see the little kid version of myself. I'm gonna comfort, then leave. Where'd my vehicle go? There it is. I think the game was always playable. It's gotten better, and it's going to continue to get better. It's really just up to you if you want to try playing it again. Oh, come on, don't send me back to one I've already been at. Ooh-wee. The buildings are too far apart in this game. On this planet. At least I think it's sending me back. We'll see. Hopefully this isn't one I've already been to. Definitely since the beginning I got this game, I always saw the potential in it. It's basically it's an amazing place. No Man's Sky is an amazing place. There's not a lot of things going on in it. There's like random battles, and you know, you run into creatures killing each other and robots that attack you sometimes, but there's not a whole lot going on in the No Man's Sky universe other than lore that happened in the past. But that's what the good thing about the ARG is they seem to be building up to some kind of storyline, some kind of antagonist that they might add into the game. Yes. In fact, well, it wasn't right by the side of the ocean, but my first YouTube video I ever did, I was at a base that was very close to the beach. It was a very beautiful view. I missed that planet. It was at the center of Euclid. That was my very first YouTube video, was just introducing my base at the center of Euclid. Which you can look up if you just search for the oldest videos that I've made. It was surprisingly popular, in fact, for my very first video. I guess people just liked the name that it was a base at the center of Euclid, so they checked it out. Yeah, where I am right now is about, yeah, well, more than 200, but I'm right below the galactic hub, so I'm very close to Lenin, the capital of the hub. Yeah. It'd be nice if they would just let us build the basic structure for bases, and then we could build a base wherever we wanted, but that would make it hard for them to use base share. They have to confine bases to a certain area in order to do base sharing. If you could just build it anywhere, I'm sure it would be much more difficult for them to upload your base to a server so that other people can find it. Yeah, it would be a lot better for single player, but yeah, this is a monolith I've already been to. Grr. I don't know what to do. Since I know I've already been to that monolith, I'm going to search for something else. Let's try... Am I out of platinum? Darn it. Is there any platinum around here? Good. Problem is, if I don't go to that monolith, it won't erase that. Let's go to a abandoned building instead. So, like I was saying, I don't really want them to concentrate on base building much more. They might add a little bit to base building over time, but I would like bigger things, like improvement to planet generation and maybe combat systems and storyline or lore. Yeah. It's just a problem of file size, at least for their servers. It wouldn't be a problem saving multiple bases on our game, but if they want to, you know, upload people's bases to their servers so that other people can visit them, it's going to take a lot of server space for however many thousands of people have bases. And if people have multiple bases on multiple game modes, it really starts to fill up after a while. But there was that PDF on the last Waking Titan phase before this one, Myriad. The PDF made it sound like they were trying to get more file space, so maybe their base share server was filling up, so maybe they're trying to get a bigger server so they can have more base sharing space for the files for people's bases, so that we don't have as many glitches, because there's a lot of glitches for the base sharing right now. Like, you can go to someone's base and then they might change the base, and if you go back again, it'll still be the old version that you went to the first time. Like, it seems to take a really long time for bases to update or something. Like, I visited Sin1334's base. He's the founder of the Galactic Hub, and did a base showcase of it, and he said that the base I visited was a version that he had built like a month before, and that he had changed it since then. And so it had been like a whole month and it still hadn't updated. The base share server still hadn't updated his base to the newer version. So that tells me that maybe they're running out of space on the base share server. And so if they're going to expand the and get like bigger servers for base share, that would be good, because then we can update our bases to share to people faster. Not getting a whole lot done, but I've learned not to really worry about making accomplishments in No Man's Sky. It's more about the experience. Yeah, I agree, Rami. We could really use a update button or something for updating your base to the share server. Starting to use up a lot of plutonium, so I should probably start collecting some. There is no life I know. Better not start singing. To compare with your imagination. So yeah, like I was saying, my only goal right now is just to collect Atlas words. I get like 1 word per monolith I go to. But I'm in no rush. I'm just enjoying driving and talking to you guys. Are you saying that the scale is too big? Because I don't think they're going to change that. The whole point of the game was to make it infinite universe. You can't really make it smaller than infinite. Although it technically isn't infinite. There's only 256 unique galaxies. But within those 256 galaxies, there might be 18 quintillion different planets. Oh. Yeah, I agree. Well, people complain about the field of vision, which I didn't even know what that meant for the longest time. I watched some videos of people changing their field of vision. Now I kind of understand. But I kind of like... Whoops. Oh, which I forgot. I can change my field of vision for my vehicle. Ooh, I should be uploading these. Who else has been here? Oh, Stinky Butt, the friendly neighbor. Stinky Butt's one of my Spacing Guild members. Visited my creative mode because he's also on creative mode in the hub. Oh yeah, I can change my field of vision, field of view, whatever, when I'm in my vehicle. See, here's field of view, and I've showed this before in other videos. Eric Guy taught me the trick on his video. But see, now I'm much more zoomed out. So you can change your field of vision for the vehicle, and that's only because it's a glitch. I don't think it was intended, since it was just part of photo mode, and vehicles are the only thing that you can be in third person in. Yeah, I don't know about, like I was gonna say, I think I kind of like the field of vision because it makes it so that you can just kind of look at the flowers and stuff and the plants and whatnot, and look up at trees. It's not all zoomed out or anything. Yeah, I'm in the Galactic Hub, or well, yeah. What am I doing? The Zolafori region is considered a part of the hub. Rento-Snidgic Expanse is the main region of the hub, but Zolafori is just below it. That's where all the Spacing Guild stars are. I've got the Spacing Guild star, I've got the Spacing Guild Creative branch, which I'm in right now, and the Spacing Guild's Survivalist branch, which is... So I've got 1 star for each of the modes. I'm in all 3 of those modes: normal, creative, and survival. I'm not going to come in permadeath. If I play permadeath more, I'll just keep working on getting the center. But I'm kind of taking a break from permadeath. I didn't really enjoy the format for those live stream videos because I couldn't really talk to people very much like I am right now. So I was always fighting to stay alive and make sure I didn't make mistakes and die. And then when I did die, it was sad. So yes, I'm in the Galactic Hub 3 times in 3 modes. Yeah. Sometimes I get weird glitches where it's like I'm in the floor of my ship, because, or it like goes to the side depending on the ship model. There's a lot of cockpit glitches that will make it look weird. Yeah, I'm not sure. Look at that. 3 Iridium piles all in one area. I didn't know that could happen. Thought they were all spread out at the same intervals. Yep. That might be what they're planning, is adding third-person view to ship flying, which would be fine. I'd be fine with that. I don't know that it would be too useful, especially because I'm not sure how I would target enemy ships in third person. It'd be a little difficult. I'd just end up wanting to be in first person again, I think. And we can view our ship in third person in photo mode now, so that's good. And I think we are here. I'll be right back. I'm back. Well, I believe the exact same planets, like as far as how the planets look, exist in both PC and PS4. So if you want to come to this exact planet, you can. It won't have the same name, though. Naming things only carry into the console that it's on, or the platform it's on. So if you came to the coordinates for this star and planet, it would be the regular name, or it would be some other name that someone else gave it. So yeah, if you wanted to just see this planet, you could, but you definitely would not be able to see any of my names that I've given things, or any communication stations from PlayStation 4, or my bases or anything like that. Yeah. Because all of the names of people that I can find on PlayStation, they're all PlayStation gamer tags. I can't find anything that's named, that has like a Steam player's name, because it's a completely different server. The oceans here are blood. Nothing lives in them. They are alive themselves. Great protean life forms as large as continents, or perhaps there is only one of them. What does such a thing consume, I ask myself. The answer seems to be everything. I found evidence of past life here, but no signs of it. Does the native flora and fauna hibernate when it comes to eat them, then return and repopulate once it retreats? I can feel it moving inside my brain, whispering, I want to discard my suit and swim. Yeah, bases don't cross-platform either. Nothing crosses between PlayStation and PlayStation 4. Because there's nothing, I could never find a Steam player's name in this game. They're all PlayStation player ID names. These are my journey milestones. Everything is 10 except for extreme survival. And this is normal mode. Okay, so do I want to go to a operations center? Man, I'm getting full. I guess I'll try for another monolith, since that's my main... Sorry, that's my main... You know what? Oh. No. Darn it. Let's get rid of these. Oh, come on. No thallium? Darn it. I need to get thallium. Oh well. Let's go to a monolith. Hopefully, yeah, this should be a monolith I haven't been to. Whoops. Oh, darn. I'm going to change my lens to isolation at night. Kind of tired of the green. Green nighttime here. Ooh, look at that. See, that is what I call nighttime. That's what nighttime should look like. Not no dumb green glow everywhere. Glad they added the screen filters. It's almost like being able to mod your game in PlayStation 4. Change the, you know, colors at least. Have to change it back when it turns daytime though. Non-atmosphere moons at night. Permastorms? How could there be a permastorm if there's no atmosphere? You don't have storms on empty planets and moons. See, look at that beautiful night sky in this lens mode. Ugh, I don't need any more treasures. Yeah, I think I'm just going to throw away all of these treasures. I only want the ones I can convert into nanites by giving them to NPCs. So I have more room for the monolith drops. I've never been to an empty planet with storms. What kind of storm would it even have? Because storms have a hazard. You couldn't have a storm on a planet that has no hazard, like an empty planet, unless you're just talking about a barren planet that's also a type of planet, because like a cold planet could be barren, meaning no flora or fauna, but it's still technically a cold planet. Yep. This is the planet that my channel art is. If you go to my channel, I've got the background of Ewok. It's got an Ewok creature in the middle of it, and the trees from this planet. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Oh. I hate it when creatures just die when they run into my vehicle. I think it's turning daytime. Maybe not. Uh-oh. That was cool. Let's see, I think it was Eric Guy. Eric Guy 2, actually, built a loop-de-loop at his base, which you could drive your vehicle through. Now it's daytime. I knew it was going to be soon. Was that aluminum? I didn't know there's aluminum. Oh yeah, I found a big pillar of aluminum earlier. Yeah, I've been on bare and cold planets. It was pretty cool. It was like exploring Antarctica. Night, Dirty Boy. Thanks for watching. Man, how much farther? 5 more minutes. Ah. Yeah, this planet isn't the best. My home planet in normal mode is more denser buildings, so it doesn't take as long to get to each building. So I will definitely be going to a different planet in the next live stream. Hopefully has a higher density of buildings. Sorry for my yawning. Definitely got to wonder what they have planned next. They've definitely got a big update planned. Be interesting to see how planet generation might change and how it will change what it's like to explore a planet in vehicles or whatever. I do like the canyons in this planet. They're pretty cool looking. Look at that cliff. Love the terrain shapes here. Yep. Hi, co-op players. Whoops. No, it's not working. I think this whole ARG has created a lot more curiosity for the game. Even if people don't own it, they're starting to give it a second look, wondering what it's really about. If the developers really would pay for this big alternate reality game for it, they must be pretty serious about the game and about making it better, or they wouldn't drop like $100,000 on an alternate reality game. Here we go. Ooh! Oh, no! I just threw away all my treasures, and now I find a terminal to sell stuff at. Darn it! Wish I would have known I was going to find a terminal. Then I wouldn't have destroyed all that stuff. Darn. Oh well. Oh, they have Omegon here too. Well, I found a place that sells Omegon at my normal mode planet, so I don't really need to mark this one. Especially since I wouldn't need it in creative mode anyway. This is my creative mode planet, where my creative mode base is, but don't need materials in creative mode, so there you are then. You just deleted all that? Deleted all what? Are you talking about my items that I threw away? Nope, this is normal PlayStation. I know it looks very pretty, but it's just normal. Yeah, I threw all my treasures away. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. There's some things I'd like them to bring back, like before Foundation Update there were tons of green crystals in caves. I hope when they regenerate the universe they'll bring those back. I'd really like to see a lot of green crystals again. Yeah, I know, this planet's pretty awesome. Very pretty. Okay, I'm beginning to feel dizzy. Strange lethargy. Oh yeah, I need to sleep. This is the text puzzle that Sean Murray demoed before the game came out. He said you had to accept the sleep. And it works. What Alice word did I get? Leave. Hopefully, not the one I just came from. I don't think so. Nope. Ooh, that one's close. Nice. Yep. Yeah, they're super duper rare now. You almost never see green crystals. Like, maybe they're there, but they're so small you don't usually see them on your scanner. And when you do see them on your scanner, it's like, whoa, a green crystal. I haven't seen those in ages. And somebody that played the game started playing the game more recently after Foundation, they see a green crystal and they're like, whoa, what is this? I found this totally new thing, because they've never seen one before because they're so rare. Then they get to it and they're like, oh, it's just aluminum. That's weird. No, I really don't need that plutonium. Should probably just store some of the plutonium on my freighter or something. For when I need to make warp fuel. Nice. This monolith was much closer. Reflection of my body, give multi-tool. Not that I want its multi-tool. Definitely gonna refuse this multi-tool. Yeah. Not giving up my A rank alien multi-tool for a... Whoops. I have learned 297 words, so not very many. There's a 1,111 total, so I'm not even... I'm a little over 1/4 of the way there, barely. I got all the words on my very first save, but that save file got corrupted. And then my second save file, I didn't get all of the words, and now I'm on my third save file. I might end up getting all the words if they actually make them more useful, like if they add more Atlas conversations. That would be pretty cool. I wish they would. I wish they would add more Atlas storyline with more Atlas text to read, and then there'd be some point to getting all the Atlas words. That's why I'm doing this, since the next update is almost definitely going to have something to do with the Atlas, since Atlas Foundation and all this other Atlas stuff keeps coming up in the ARG. The update should have something to do with the Atlas. Unless it really is just backstory to explain how the universe got created, rather than the beginning of a new storyline for the game. Well, who knows? We'll see. Yeah, I know. 11 systems to go to, and then it's over, and you never see the Atlas again. Atlas is supposed to be, you know, the main symbol of the game, and you basically beat it in the first few hours of the game. Well, not beat it, but you complete the Atlas path in the first few hours of the game, and then you could play the game for thousands more hours and never ever see the Atlas again, other than that little part when you go to the center of the galaxy and you see the little Atlas orb by your ship. Other than that, you never do anything else with the Atlas. It's kind of sad. The funny thing is, in the vanilla version of the game, 1.00, before the day one patch, the Atlas never did disappear. Like, you could keep traveling to systems that had the Atlas in it, and it had like 10 or 11 conversations like it does now, but when you get to the end, it just starts over again. Same way it does with like the monolith conversations and alien NPC conversations. They just keep looping over and over. But for some reason, they made it so that the Atlas disappears after you finish the path. Not sure why. I would rather they had left it so that you could keep doing the path over and over. But hopefully it just means they've got some new story in store for it. This is a pretty good planet for traveling in vehicle. I've been to some bad planets for vehicle exploration where it was just constant ditches everywhere and you're constantly fighting to get out of the ditches. This one I can jump over most of the canyons. I named this vehicle Grasshopper for good reason. Thanks for watching, Rami. I should be doing one of these live streams like once a day throughout the summer, but never know. At least once a day for a while, at least. Liquid metal. Yeah, I need to wait, and it will give me language. Okay, I think I am going to head for... I need iron. Head for a device I can call my ship, and then I'll probably end this video once I get there. What am I doing? I can use my grenades. Okay. Why, thank you. Colonial outpost. Yeah. Nah. I guess I'll delete it. Whatever. There's something else. Oh well. Yep, this is very close to the hub. In fact, some people would consider it part of the hub. It's the Zola four-way region, which is right below the Rento-Snijik Expanse, which is the main galactic hub region. This is the star I'm at. Oh yeah, now I remember what I wanted to do. I want to change to isolation mode. So it actually looks like nighttime. Yeah, the star I'm in is the Spacing Guild Creative Branch, but I'm in normal mode, so I'm visiting my creative mode planet in normal mode. But yeah, you can visit this planet if you went to the Galactic Hub. You could go to the Spacing Guild website and it's got all the locations for all of the guild members' home planets. I've got 3, one for each mode except permadeath. How do I break into this place? There we go. Man, my Blaze Javelin is so weak. Gotta get upgrades for it. There we go. See, I rapidly flick through alien warnings to discover that what's brought the facility offline. All too late, I realize I'm doing the exact same thing again and again. I've done this before many times. So this is the time loop one. I need to... was it temporal capacitor? I think it was temporal capacitor. Yay. Ooh, yay, I finally got the Grantine recipe. Woohoo! That's what I needed. Not that I ever have really made Grantine to any good effect, but still nice to have all the product recipes. What? There we go. Didn't open when I first passed it. Okay. So I think I'm going to run to the space station, and then I'll probably sign out. Switch back to normal. And I will go see if I can turn in some of these Korvax casings at the space station. Hopefully for nanites. And maybe I should have stayed in isolation. So dang green. Much better. Actually, it looks like space now. I love traveling through space. Much better than in Elite Dangerous. I tried Elite Dangerous, and traveling to a location in Supercrews is just so annoying. You just fly right past it if you don't slow down enough. It's very fidgety trying to get it to work right. But here you just fly straight there and it stops you as soon as you get there. Much more intuitive. Thanks, Steve Beecher. That's a scientist. Good, this guy's a guy that will give me stuff. Yay, nanites. Oh, he wants oxides. The oxides fuel the code cracking procedure. A faint glow red orb on the screen. Ooh. Okay, do you want nanites? I mean, do you want to give me nanites? No, he wants to give me units. I don't need units. Oh well. See if there's any technology here I need. Nope, I've already got all of that. Okay, I'm going to call this episode to a close. Thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.